Good afternoon and welcome to Something About Being Out Here, live from the now decorated bedroom. So what we've done is we've got rid of the black mould up there. I cleaned it, and then down at the bottom there I used bicarbonated soda, as I said the other day. Mixed it, made it into a paste, and we'll see how good that is. So here we have a waxwing. I do like this picture, and I often reference back to this picture. It was taken locally. Des Taylor, his friend, went to somewhere in Birmingham and photographed them recently. They have been pretty local. If you want to see them, they come around about every decade or some winters. So they can come. It all depends on, with the waxwing, whether there's enough berries. If there's enough berries where the spend the time in the autumn into winter, if there isn't enough food where they are, they will come to the United Kingdom with waxwings. So I have another piece of artwork here, which is a horse, a beautiful horse, and I've signed it, and I did that on the 28th of the 8th, 2022. So I did that last year. Year before last. So I put on it Murphy, because that was my ex-girlfriend's horse. I've done that with felt tip pens, and it's done from a picture book. This one here I've done for the Armistice Day. We will remember them. It's a rabbit, done as a watercolour, and I think at that time I actually saw that at Knot End. I know it looks a little bit like a kid's done it, but it's a nice picture, and I did that in the November of 2022. I think them two I probably did when COVID was on. So here you have another picture. This has a story behind it as well, as does all these pictures. This one here is of me with a £22.4 common carp from my local syndicate. And the story on this one is I caught that. If you take the thing off at the back and look, it'll give you what date I caught it. I think it would have been just before COVID, that one. And at the time, that was one of the biggest ones, probably the biggest one on the complex, at £22.4. I can go into more detail. Well, the story was, we drained the back lake and some fish got left in the back lake, and we didn't get them all, so the ones that stayed in the back lake soon put weight on. The guy that owns the lake, he feeds them grain, and what happens is when they eat grain, natural food, anglers baits, they're getting a lot bigger. So that's the story behind that one. On that particular night, on that particular bank holiday, I think it was daytime I was fishing, and there was two lads where the van is behind me, and they just said, oh, he's got one. But to be quite honest with you, if they hadn't taken the picture, I would have slipped it back and said nothing, and just said it was another good one, which is what I'm going to say. There could be bigger fish in there, but I think she was probably about the biggest at the time. So this again is another one, and this is one of the ghost carp that lives in that particular syndicate, which is local to where I live. It looks a sunny day there, and with a retainer sack, and under it I've got an unhooking mat. I'm down on my knees for the safety of the carp. That's again probably taken on boilies, and the fish are not massive, but they're really beautiful. So that day, if I remember rightly, I think I've been on 2 or 3 days and actually was successful in catching that one. I think I had a few that day, and I just wanted to, well, I just liked that one, so he came down and took me a picture. So here we have another one. That was a salmon coloured one, that one. A plated mirror carp. Again, I thought that was a nice fish. She'll have got bigger now in the lake where I caught her from. So they'll just be about getting ready to spawn, or they'll be feeding up for spawning. This one here has a funny story. I drew this myself, as I did the rabbit one, and there is a carp in the back lake, and it's called, well, it keeps moving from different water to water, and he's called Harold. That's what they call him, and he survived. I think now he's around about 18 pound. He weren't that big when I first caught him, 6 to 8 pound, and the guy at the time said he'll get bigger, and I think now he's around about 18, or it could be another fish, we don't know, but that would be one of my target fish. So brilliant it is too. So, and there's a story behind this one. This is Preston North End. They won last night at home to Middlesbrough. They won 2-1. This picture was before Preston North End had developed the ground. My late Uncle Ian was still alive, because one day he wanted to go and watch the football at Deepdale, so we did. Went down in my car, parked up, and we sat in that stand there. And now it's all developed. If you go now, it's all developed. So that's it. So I've painted up there. It's protected. I probably will paint it again. This is the bay wallpaper. And yes, I've tried to sort this wallpaper out with Sharpies, but I think, to be honest, it doesn't match in that well. But I'm going to do some more artwork. I saw a good view of a woodpecker yesterday, so I'm going to draw a picture of a woodpecker. So yeah, this is videos 5 or 6. I think we're on 6, it doesn't matter. I'll check on YouTube later on. But yeah, we're getting there. The next thing will be to put a carpet down, and I'm going fishing as from the end of February. So I just need to tidy up a little. There's absolutely no issues here. The skirting looks nice. And then once I get the carpet down and have a tidy up, this is still a work in process, then happy days. My mum and dad have just gone out, so I will be sowing some peppers ready for the summer. You can put them in at the end of February, so we can put them somewhere. So it's from Dave at Something About Being Out. All the very best to you, and take good care, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye bye for now.